Welcome to our deep dive into one of the most baffling and eerie phenomena known to science, the unexplained phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion. This video takes us into the mysterious world of spontaneous human combustion, SHC, a phenomenon in which a person appears to burst into flames without any external source of ignition. Join us as we explore the history, cases, scientific theories, and the ongoing debate surrounding this strange and captivating subject. Imagine sitting comfortably in your living room, reading a book or watching TV. Suddenly you notice a peculiar smell, and when you look down, you see flames engulfing your body. There are no matches, no open flames, nothing that could have caused this. This is the terrifying scenario described in numerous cases of spontaneous human combustion, a phenomenon that has puzzled and horrified people for centuries. Our journey begins with the history of spontaneous human combustion. The earliest known references to SHC date back to the 17th century, with some scholars suggesting that the phenomenon may have been documented even earlier. One of the first well-known cases was recorded in 1673 by Danish anatomist Thomas Bartholin, who described the death of an Italian knight named Polonius Vorstius. According to Bartholin's account, Vorstius was having a drink when he suddenly burst into flames and was reduced to ashes, with only his legs and a portion of his head remaining intact. Throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, several other cases of SHC were reported in Europe and North America. These accounts often shared common characteristics. The victims were found burned to death, with their bodies almost entirely consumed by fire, while their surroundings remained largely unscathed. In many instances, only the extremities, such as the hands and feet, were left intact, adding to the mystery and horror of the phenomenon. One of the most famous cases of spontaneous human combustion occurred in 1951 in St. Petersburg, Florida. Mary Reeser, a 67-year-old widow, was discovered by her landlady, who noticed a strange smell and a warm doorknob. When the police arrived, they found Reeser's remains in her apartment, reduced to a pile of ashes with only her left foot and part of her spine remaining. The surrounding furniture and walls were relatively untouched by the fire, and there was no apparent source of ignition. The case of Mary Reeser garnered widespread attention and remains one of the most well-documented instances of SHC. Another notable case took place in 1980 in Yorkshire, England. Henry Thomas, a 73-year-old man, was found dead in his living room with his body almost entirely incinerated. Only his skull, a portion of his rib cage, and his legs below the knees were left intact. These cases, along with many others, have fueled speculation and debate about the nature of spontaneous human combustion. Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed to explain the phenomenon, ranging from scientific explanations to more supernatural or paranormal interpretations. One of the most widely accepted scientific theories is the wick effect. According to this theory, SHC occurs when a person's clothing or body fat acts as a wick, similar to a candle. In this scenario, an external source of ignition, such as a cigarette or an open flame, ignites the clothing or body fat, which then burns slowly and steadily, consuming the body. The wick effect can explain why the victims are often found with their bodies largely consumed by fire, while their surroundings remain relatively untouched. The slow, smoldering combustion generates enough heat to incinerate the body, but does not produce the high temperatures or flames typically associated with house fires. While the wick effect provides a plausible explanation for some cases of SHC, it does not account for all reported instances. In many cases, there is no apparent source of ignition, and the rapid and intense nature of the combustion seems to defy the slow-burning process described by the wick effect. This has led some researchers to explore other potential explanations. Another scientific theory suggests that SHC may be the result of a buildup of static electricity within the body. According to this hypothesis, certain conditions, such as dry air or synthetic clothing, can create a significant static charge within the body. If this charge were to discharge suddenly, it could generate enough heat to ignite the body and cause combustion. However, this theory remains speculative and has not been supported by empirical evidence. A more controversial explanation for SHC involves the role of bacteria and enzymes within the body. Some researchers have suggested that certain types of bacteria or enzymes could produce highly flammable compounds as byproducts of their metabolic processes. If these compounds were to accumulate in sufficient quantities, they could potentially ignite and cause spontaneous combustion. While this theory is intriguing, it remains unproven and lacks substantial scientific support. The mystery of spontaneous human combustion has also attracted the attention of paranormal and supernatural enthusiasts. Some proponents of these explanations suggest that SHC may be the result of psychic phenomena, such as telekinesis or pyrokinesis. In these cases, individuals possess the ability to generate and control fire with their minds. Others propose that SHC is caused by supernatural entities or forces, such as ghosts or demons, seeking to harm or punish their victims. While these theories are often dismissed by the scientific community, they continue to captivate the imagination of those who believe in the paranormal. As we delve deeper into the phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion, it is important to consider the broader context in which these cases have been reported. Many instances of SHC have occurred in the 18th and 19th centuries, a time when medical knowledge and investigative techniques were limited. In this context, the lack of a clear explanation for these mysterious deaths may have led to the conclusion that they were caused by spontaneous combustion. In more recent cases, advances in forensic science and investigative techniques have provided new insights into the phenomenon. For example, the case of Mary Reeser was extensively investigated by the FBI, who conducted tests on the remains and the surrounding environment. While they were unable to determine a definitive cause of the fire, their findings suggested that an external source of ignition, such as a cigarette, may have played a role. The case of Henry Thomas was also thoroughly investigated by forensic experts, who concluded that the fire was likely caused by a smoldering source of ignition. This could have been something like a cigarette or a match. Their findings supported the wick effect theory, suggesting that Thomas's clothing and body fat acted as a wick, causing the slow and steady combustion of his body. Despite these advances, many cases of spontaneous human combustion remain unexplained, leaving room for speculation and debate. The phenomenon continues to captivate the imagination of researchers, writers, and the public, who are drawn to the mystery and the macabre nature of these cases. In recent years, the advent of digital technology and social media has brought renewed attention to the phenomenon of SHC. Online forums, blogs, and social media platforms have provided a space for individuals to share their experiences and theories, creating a vibrant and diverse community of SHC enthusiasts. Documentaries, podcasts, and YouTube channels dedicated to unexplained phenomena have also explored the topic, bringing new perspectives and insights to the debate. One such platform is Reddit, where the subreddit Spontaneous Human Combustion serves as a hub for discussions, theories, and personal accounts related to the phenomenon. Members of the subreddit share articles, case studies, and historical accounts, as well as engage in lively debates about the possible causes and explanations for SHC. The platform provides a valuable resource for those interested in the topic and fosters a sense of community among enthusiasts. Another significant development in the exploration of SHC is the rise of true crime podcasts and YouTube channels, which have dedicated episodes and videos to the phenomenon. These platforms often feature in-depth analyses of famous cases, interviews with experts, and discussions of various theories. Some notable examples include the podcast Unexplained, hosted by Richard McLean Smith, and the YouTube channel Bedtime Stories, which offers a blend of storytelling and factual analysis of mysterious and supernatural events. As we continue to explore the phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion, it is important to approach the topic with an open mind and a critical eye. While scientific theories, such as the wick effect, provide plausible explanations for some cases, the lack of definitive evidence and the mysterious nature of the phenomenon leave room for speculation and debate. By examining the historical context, the scientific theories, and the personal accounts of those who have experienced or witnessed SHC, we can gain a deeper understanding of this enigmatic and captivating subject. In conclusion, the unexplained phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious topics in the realm of unexplained phenomena. The cases of Mary Reeser, Henry Thomas, and countless others serve as a testament to the strange and often inexplicable nature of these events. As we continue to investigate and explore the phenomenon, we are reminded of the limits of